Before you start your workout, if you have tight chest muscles, you want to perform self-myofascial release on them. To do this, you can use a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball, or a peanut ball like the one I'm using here, and go up to a door frame or a corner in your house and apply pressure into your chest muscles. You can try pressing around different areas looking for tight spots. When you find a really tight spot, lean your body into that pressure as hard as you can tolerate, and you can stay there for up to 30 seconds. You can also add active movements by slowly moving your arm around in different directions. This will allow you to get a deeper massage into the muscles. While you are doing this, remember to not hold your breath. You want to take deep belly breaths in and exhale through the mouth. This method of breathing allows your muscles to relax. Now you can roll out your hamstrings in the same manner as you did for the chest, except this time you're using a bigger SMR ball. The one I'm using is 5 inches in diameter. Roll in various directions on the ball, and when you find a tight spot, stop and hold and breathe and perform some active movements to get more of a massage into the muscle. If you can tolerate it, you can also use this ball to roll out your glutes and your piriformis muscle. If this is too painful for you, using the foam roller will be demonstrated shortly. If you have restrictions in hip internal rotation, rolling out your TFL is a good idea to do as well. When foam rolling your upper back, cross your arms over your chest to open up your shoulder blades to get deeper into the mid-back muscles. And also when you are doing this, avoid rolling your lower back. Feel free to play around with different arm movements to find what feels good for you. To get some extra extension in your upper back, you can stop with your arms overhead and slowly and gently lower your hands and your hips towards the floor and relax into the stretch. Foam roll your lats in the same manner that you did your upper back. When you find a tight spot, stop on it and hold. Take a few deep belly breaths. When you're on that tight spot, you can also wiggle or scrub your body back and forth to massage deeper into the tight muscle. You can tuck your elbow down close to your ribs to roll out the posterior shoulder muscles, the teres minor and major. Getting into position to foam roll the piriformis is a little bit of a coordination challenge, but if it's tight, it's easy to find. You'll simply roll back and forth. It's a small motion, and you can also stop on your tight spot and tilt your hips forward and backwards to hit it at different angles. When foam rolling your quads, you want to position yourself so that the leg you're not rolling is dangling off the edge of the roller. Just like all the other muscle groups, slowly roll back and forth looking for any tight spots within the muscles. You can play around with angling your hips in different positions to hit the quads at different angles as well. And when you find a tight spot, stop and hold on it and breathe. And you can also bend and straighten your leg to get deeper into the quad. Foam rolling the inner thighs is another sort of tricky one to get set up for. I find it's easiest to start on your hands and knees with the roller in between your knees, and then just lift one knee up on top of the roller and roll it out to the side. Once you're in position, as I am here, just simply shift your hips left to right, rolling up and down your inner thigh. And again, you can play around with different angles to try and hit different spots of your inner thighs. If your calf muscles are really tight, placing both of your legs on the foam roller as shown here might be enough to give them a massage. If not, then what you want to do is put one foot over top of the other one and roll back and forth. Same protocol applies. Stop on any tight spots, hold and breathe. Rotate your foot around for the active movements. And another thing you want to do is point your toes out to the side to get the outside of your calf muscles as well. To stretch your lats on a foam roller, position your hands on the roller so that your thumbs are pointing upwards, and roll the roller away from you as you drop your head down in between your arms. You can roll in and out of this gently. Shifting your butt back and forth will help increase or decrease the intensity of the stretch. You can do this one arm at a time, or as you can see in the picture in the corner, you can hang from something and stretch your lats like that as well. You can use a foam roller to stretch your chest as well. Place your elbow on the roller and gently push your shoulder down towards the floor. You can hold here for time or gently go in and out of it. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also stand up to a corner or a door frame in your house, as shown in the picture in the top corner of this screen. Start by kneeling on one knee with your other leg in front of you, bent at a 90-degree angle. Lean forward, moving your hips towards your front foot, feeling a stretch in the front of your hip. Hold this position for a couple of seconds and return to the starting position. Repeat this about 5 times and then stay in that stretched position. As a bonus, you can raise the arm opposite of the forward leg for a more intense stretch in the hip flexors and to stretch the lats as well. Now you can transition into a hamstring and calf stretch by straightening your front leg, point the toe to the ceiling, hinge forward with a straight back. To increase the stretch, you can turn your toe inwards and rotate your body the opposite way. This rotation of the toes and your upper body is good if your feet tend to turn out. If you're really tight, you can hold in the stretch or gently come in and out of it, as I am here. Performing these rotations can be a bit of a balance challenge, so you can also do it leaning up against a stable surface to aid with your balance. To stretch your inner thighs, stand in a wide, staggered stance and bend the leg of the forward foot and go down low enough until you feel a stretch in the inner thigh of the other leg. Hold here for time if you are really tight, or gently come in and out of the stretch. As with all the muscles, there are numerous ways to stretch them. For the calves, I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite ways. Here I am using an aerobic step as an elevated surface. You can use your staircase at home or any other stable surface that would be suitable to do this. You just want to let your heel drop down nice and low and lean forward to feel the stretch in the calf. You can angle your hips inward and outward to hit the calves at different angles. You can also bend the leg of the calf being stretched. It won't bend very far, but just enough that you should be able to feel it in the soleus muscle of your calves. There is really no right or wrong way to stretch your calves. Play around and find what works best for you. If you have them, slant boards work incredibly well to stretch out the calves. This is probably my favorite way to stretch mine out. You can also use a plyometric box or your weight bench and position yourself as shown, and use your torso and lean it into your thigh to push your knee past your toes. You can hold the stretch or come in and out of it, putting your knee at different angles. While you're in the stretch, try to wiggle your toes up and down, and this will activate your shin muscles. This concludes the video of the full body foam rolling and stretching. I hope that you were able to find some value from this video. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you.